Hello, and welcome to another Celona video. Today we look at connecting a remote Celona access point to the core over an Ubiquiti point-to-point bridge. This topology is a Celona deployment with a single Celona AP11 LTE access point. The Celona Edge, a one-use server that functions as our 3GPP private cellular core, and the Celona access point are connected to this core network. In this deployment, we have an access point in a remote building with no internet backhaul nor cable run back to the corporate network. We will deploy the Celona Edge in the building office with the core network and the internet, and we will connect in the remote office the Celona access point to the network core via the Ubiquiti Point-to-Point bridge, which is composed of two line-of-sight radios pointed at each other that one can set up to its supported distance. The model I have supports 500 meters, but there are other Ubiquiti models that can go up to 15 kilometers. Here is our setup at the core network side. We have one of the Ubiquiti UBB Ethernet point-to-point radios pointing to a remote office in the next building. The non-moving blue ring of lights indicate that the two radios are aligned. The radio is connected to a PoE injector. PoE port goes to the radio, and the LAN side goes to the network access switch. The Celona Edge one-use server upper right data port is also connected to the switch. The remote office has no internet backhaul, so we connected that remote office with a virtual cable via a point-to-point bridge. To demonstrate what it is like to line up the radios, I will disrupt the current orientation. These colors indicate that the radio needs alignment. Now I will realign it. We're only a few hundred feet away, so this is easy to realign. But for farther distances, you can use the change lights towards blue to help you align. Here, we are at the remote end of an Ubiquiti Ethernet point-to-point bridge. The point-to-point radio is pointed to its other half in the main office building where the core network and Celona Edge are. The distance between the two radios are a couple hundred feet. Other makes and models of the point-to-point bridge can support more distances in the range of kilometers. I've set the Celona access point to 10 dBm power. Even though this is well below the 24 dBm indoor maximum, let's see what coverage we can get in the remote office. In this video and accompanying write-up, we've demonstrated how an Ethernet point-to-point bridge can be used to connect a remote Celona access point. To me, these two technologies are complementary. The point-to-point bridge can connect 2 points kilometers away, while a Celona access point can provide an area of private cellular coverage at a remote access point. If it can be practically done, a cable is a solid way to connect a distant Celona access point to the core. But if the intervening terrain is impractical or impossible to cover with a cable, a point-to-point bridge can be your solution to provide Celona private cellular coverage where you need it. Keep an eye out for more Celona videos. We'll see you at the next one.